to like this video. It's over there, and subscribe as well. We really love and appreciate the support you guys have been giving us, and we just want to make sure that you're always in tune and know when we're uploading. So go down there, like, subscribe.
YouTube. Paris Boothia.
Sanex style.
Thank you.
So today we're gonna talk about weddings. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married.
I can't sing.
We're both married. We're both mothers. That's why you're here. And today we're gonna talk about our wedding day. We're gonna talk about the pros and cons of our wedding days, what we did for our weddings, and what we wish we didn't do.
Very true.
So let's get into this. I'll go first. I was married in 2020. So to this year, I've been married for a happy 7 months now, because we technically got married in 2019 in December. But anyway, wedding day, we got married, we did it very small. I think there was 26 people. Maybe even
family,
actually,
yeah.
I think there was like 24 people, everyone included.
COVID weddings. They're very good. You're saving on money.
And so we did it in a restaurant, and we booked out like the top of the restaurant. It was private. We had a private patio, or balcony actually. And total wedding. Let's bring the tea. Total wedding cost. High-end place in Toronto. It cost us with everything: food, the wedding, drinks, DJ, decorations. The whole cost of our wedding was about $12,000.
Which, for those who are watching from Kenya, that's about 1.2. So it was a small wedding, but very cozy and very
We're
elegant.
calling it, elegant but small. That's how we kind of labeled the wedding.
I think
it
was very intimate.
And so basically, I literally did everything myself. I was a DIY bride, okay? And I literally did the flowers the day of, and my wedding like clothes. And me and my bridesmaids put together our flowers. My mom was watching like, excuse me,
a heart attack. Me and you, we are totally opposite when it comes to that. Which brides think of their flowers on the wedding day?
I had them delivered the day before to the house, and then we took them to the venue and we made them and the boys, the groom and his groomsmen, set it up, and I literally laid out everything the day before we went to the venue, and I told them this is where it's gonna go. We set up the basic stuff, and I'm like, you're gonna put them in here, that's it, simple. Just need the manual labor of these guys who only need 2 seconds to get dressed.
Let me break it down for you, because she's not. I taught this girl how to be thrift, but I didn't tell her to be this thrift. I mean, she took the word and just ran with it and made it something else. I mean, I was really having a heart attack on her wedding because
my mom was worried that it was gonna be bad. Like, it was not gonna look nice.
We were really cutting costs in almost everything.
Yeah, my backdrop, so our ceremony was still in the same restaurant in front of the bar, and to make it nice, I made a backdrop. Again, I rented the pole for the backdrop, bought the sheets on sale, like curtains almost, for like $8 a sheet, and I only had 2 of them. I had lights, like fairy lights that I just already owned. And then I went to Michael's, which is like a craft store, and bought like fake flowers, and we didn't take the tag off, and we just like hid the tags and put them on. Easy backdrop, and it was beautiful. You would think we rented the whole backdrop.
Well, I say that honestly, and we kept on asking this girl, we need to be involved. We actually, mommy,
all the
I
parents.
just want you to appear. It's okay, whatever support you're giving, give us, but we're not involved in planning this wedding, anything. I just want you to appear, just buy your dress and come looking pretty on the wedding day. Now, when I think of my wedding,
yes, now tell how you're all set up and planning.
That's why I was having a heart attack. My wedding was planned for a whole year. I mean, I was young. I was only 25, but we started planning my wedding when I was 24.
Oh, so I planned my wedding in 6 months.
No, mine was planned, and all my friends were involved. I was in UK,
Yeah.
and so my husband and I had very good friends, and we had family members too. And we planned. We met like I believe we met once a month just to discuss it
And update and
yeah, we
get
choose
stuff.
the theme of the wedding together. Everything. The cake was booked like 6 months before the wedding. Who's gonna do what? Who's gonna do what? Our wedding, I think it had at least 600 people on it. In church, we had maybe a couple, maybe 100 or 150 allowed that in the church. But on the venue now,
That's
yes, here's the
great.
thing.
I don't know.
As a story, we had counted
100 people.
Here's what happened. People were supposed to, that's why I tell you, different generation, different
RSVP.
ahead to tell
Yeah.
us whether they're coming or not because they received the invitation. Most people never did. So those who did, we assumed they're coming, so we assumed 150, add another 150 in
Just-
case they did the African style.
Right.
Maybe they said I'm coming alone and they come with somebody.
So you planned for double just in case.
Yes. Now this is what happened on the day of. In church, it was everybody we invited by card. They
Yeah.
were there. Boom. So we're like, hey, good. So because we had ordered sit-down meals.
Yeah, okay.
Now, my friend, when we went to the venue, we realized the crowd was bigger than the one that was in church. Now the food that we'd ordered, we realized there could
That's
be
not enough.
trouble. So guess what we ended up doing?
What?
We ended up asking the hotel, and we asked Saika's mom if she can start doing chicken. We had a friend of us who had a takeaway place. Do deep fried chicken, do whatever you could that can become a buffet.
Wow.
We asked the hotel also, now the food that was supposed to be sit down, is there in a way we can now add things, and now instead of sit down meal,
buffet.
we do a buffet where everybody serve themselves and sit
Wow.
to eat. And then we had put like there would be champagne and wine in
Yep.
every table. We couldn't add those because they didn't have any in stock. So we said, okay, whatever was meant to be in every table will continue being that. Once that is finished, unfortunately, there will be no open bar. People just have to buy their own alcohol.
Wow.
Because now, how are we
Your
going to
plan. You can't have open bar for 600 people.
right? So,
crazy.
so for me, but here's the thing though, my wedding was the most beautiful wedding because
It was
my
nice.
friend came with their
Maroon red,
heart.
it was nice.
You know what I mean? So what happened is you invited a friend brought a friend, and sometimes some brought their mother. So now you thought you invited one person with their boyfriend, but now
No.
they came with their mother and their sister.
Could never. I'd be like, sorry, leave them at the door.
No, imagine. I loved that they loved us that much.
No,
I really
if they
loved that
loved you
loved us
that much,
that they came. Me, I
they
enjoyed
would
the
have
wedding.
RSVP'd.
I really enjoyed the wedding because again, here's the thing. I think we always get it wrong. Is the wedding always about food? Now this is where
Okay,
we differ.
okay.
Is the wedding always about how much food did I eat, or is it how much fun we had in that wedding?
Okay,
I was
true.
there. You know, I was there for them to see them say their vows. I mean, to me, I looked at it that way. They were here, so even if they didn't, and I have never had anybody complain, Paris, I never got food in your wedding.
They shouldn't
So
complain
we
if
didn't
they
get
showed
food.
up without being invited.
I have never had anybody
You're lucky if you
complain
got
about
food
it.
then.
We had so
Wow.
much fun to a point where the whole hotel became fully booked. Everybody slept
Stayed
in
the
that
night.
hotel, stayed the night
Wow.
because they
Hey,
had
so
so
you
much
gave that
to drink.
hotel money.
We had a good party. It was very good after party in
Yeah.
the hotel. So to me, it ended up our friends came with honestly, they came with clean heart. They loved on us, and so I don't regret it. However, would I do it again? No, Sandra, I would do it your way. Because
No.
when I think about it, the money I spent in doing wedding,
Yeah. That was a
maybe
down
it could have
payment.
exactly. It could have started me in in
Yeah.
something else. It
How
was
much
enough
did you
to-
spend on your wedding?
Well, I'm not even saying.
Mom, give us a range.
I am not gonna say.
Give us a range.
because people.
I
will start
gave
saying-
mine just because mine was cheap.
Yeah, exactly. Because as we were even going for expensive, the men went for nice suits.
That's true.
I went with the limousine. We had.
I took
See,
So I took an Uber to my wedding. To be fair, I I did Uber XL, so I scheduled it.
The thing is, because you
I
are
still
just
took
in the
Uber.
venue anyway. 'Cause
Yeah, we were like
we
5 minutes because we were all in the city.
Yeah, we rented the place in next to the venue.
Yeah.
So it didn't make sense to pay
It did
limousine.
not
And
make
your wedding
sense.
was so awkward. It was in the evening. My wedding was early in the morning.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
our wedding
photos
started
in the
at 4.
afternoon.
4 o'clock was when everyone arrived, and by 5 we started the ceremony, and by 6 we were having dinner.
Exactly.
So we didn't have the, I guess, afternoon like ceremony
No.
thing, and then dinner reception. We just did a late afternoon.
Because you did
start.
everything there.
Yeah,
Now,
we
for
did
me,
everything there.
It was wake up early, get ready for church, go to church, after church, go to the park,
nope.
take photos, after photos, come to
We
the
did photos
reception.
first.
But the thing is,
And
hey guys, it was an African wedding. You must sing Mohikitoyo, one more needed Mohikitoyo. Now with her, we couldn't even sing.
Okay,
Mommy,
there was
no
because there was
singing.
only no.
None
That's
of
not true. I
that.
said you can sing, but Mom was like, "Oh, it's only gonna be me, your dad, and your aunt who are
Well-
African, who are Kenyan, and would know."
But also, honestly, I understand you. It was during COVID time anyway. A lot of people also that could have come cancelled
True,
because
I would say
there was no
about-
travel
'cause we
happening. It was on
invited
March,
40
mid-March.
people.
Yeah.
Because the venue
So-
could have held 50. So
Yes.
here's the thing. We planned 50, but then we shortened our list to 40, knowing that probably not everyone would come
Because
because
of
we have
the
a lot of
COVID.
international family.
Yes.
And then overall about 25 people came.
Yes.
Final.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, why we are talking about our weddings and everything, the whole point here is it important the kind of wedding you do?
Big wedding,
Big
small wedding, medium-sized wedding.
You know,
What's the
wearing
key?
white, not wearing white, having limousine, going by Uber. Doesn't really matter. For me, I was even escorted the following day to go to Scotland. I went to Scotland for honeymoon immediately after. Now, when I think about it,
I didn't even have a honeymoon, but also I was 7 months pregnant. So 1, I didn't have a honeymoon. 2, I didn't get to eat all the food that we had because we did our wedding at a really high-end restaurant. They are Japanese food, amazing sushi, and I got to watch everyone be like, "Oh my god, it's so delicious," and I was like, okay.
and the bar was open and everything. for
Everyone,
those who
I
drink.
know, so it's such a
But-
good bar, but
So,
yeah.
anyhow, the thing is, to
What's
me,
important?
the important thing is whether your wedding has 2 people, whether you're gonna go to the registry and what do you call it?
It's a civil ceremony.
Civil ceremony and
Yeah.
just have witnesses. It's only 4 people and get married.
Yeah. You
Or
actually
your
only
wedding
two.
will have 1 million people. Whether you're gonna go by limousine or you're gonna walk to the venue, it really don't matter. What really
No.
matter? Are you marrying for the right reason?
That's true.
Are you ready for this thing called marriage? Because
Yeah.
wedding is just a 1 day. What if sometimes not 1 day? Yours wasn't even 1 day. It was hours.
Ah, it counts. It was a day. Why are you short? Why are you short? It was a day.
From
It was a wedding day, not wedding hours.
So the thing is, guys, it don't matter. What really matter is the reason why you're getting married. That you're ready. You're sure that you're ready for this journey called marriage.
Marriage is
Because
for
it's-
life.
The wedding day is when it starts. It's not, oh, now I'm married, wedding was perfect. Because
Yeah.
you know what? We've known people who have done
The most
a
beautiful.
big wedding, the most beautiful wedding, most beautiful destination, and only to divorce before they even got back home from their honeymoon. You get what I mean?
Yikes.
Or only to divorce a year later, a
Yeah.
month later, 2 months later, 2 years later, don't matter. So to me is, you'd rather even have 4 people in your wedding, but you're committed
That's
to
true.
each other.
Yeah.
You'd rather eat githeri or
Hey,
just drink
Githeri?
water.
Skooma?
You know, in your wedding, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But you really love each other. That's the reason why you're getting married.
That's true.
I suppose you just, some people, especially people of your generation, I must say this. Let's talk to this young one. These days, they're getting in love with the day. My wedding day, how I want to look. Oh, Instagram. How I'm
That is
gonna
true.
post those photos on Instagram. Let me go through Instagram, all the wedding that happened the last 6 months, so I know which picture to beat. Now, they're in love with the day, they're in love with the photos, they're in love with the outfit, they're in love with the food they're gonna eat, but they forget
About
that-
the love?
about the love and the person they are getting
Married
into
to.
this marriage too,
Yeah.
you know, and with. So to me, you really guys need to watch on that, because
That's true.
our time, although even our time, we make the same mistake. It's unbelievable how you see grown
Repeat.
ass
I would
women and
say-
men. Can I cuss on this one? Yeah, grown ass
Hey.
women and men get into marriage. Even at my age, at the age of 46, they get married again, or the first time, maybe they were divorced, and they just get fall in love with the idea of a
Marriage?
big wedding and they forget the reason why. They make the same mistake again.
And I feel like for young people, don't break the bank. Like I feel like you were saying, you see all these weddings and then
Yeah.
you feel pressured. Like maybe you set your budget, whatever that was,
Yeah.
you and your person.
Yeah.
And then you start, researching and seeing all your people, and then you're like, oh, let's do this, and all of a sudden your budget has doubled.
And you take loan to get married.
Don't fight with
You
your
know.
significant other over your wedding because of things you saw. Just do what works for you guys and make it a nice day for you. It shouldn't matter about your parents.
Do it in your backyard.
Do what will make
If you don't
and
have
your
a
significant
backyard,
other happy.
do it in your church and do it in your church crowd. You know
I
what
also
mean?
feel a lot of young people have pressure, like their parents want them to have a big wedding
That's
because
true.
they have all these people they want to invite. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. I had a lot of people I wanted to invite too from my family, but I had to really
By the way, tell people how that was, because I think I was a very understanding African
Oh,
mother
true.
on
So
this one.
I have a lot of family in Africa. Like I love them, and not just in Africa, US and UK.
everywhere.
And I put together the list, right, of everyone I wanted to invite. But as I'm looking through it, I'm like, that's $30 a head, $40 a head. I'm like, geez, I can't afford. Like we had our budget, and we had to unfortunately work within that budget, and we could only push so much. An extra 1,000 or two, okay, but like all the people I wanted to invite. So anyway, so I'm like, Mom and Dad, I really want to invite, I can't. So I'm only really gonna invite like these people who I'm really, really connected with. We've talked, like as an adult, I truly have that relationship with them and we're close. And so I narrowed it down. We invited those people, but Mom and Dad were actually really like, okay,
No,
we're not paying for the wedding.
Let me
But
tell
they really pushed for some people. I was like, look, I'll allow you like
It was
three
tough.
people to invite on that are European, and I was like, that's it.
But here's the thing though, let me tell you people what I admired about this couple. I wish the husband was here while we talk about this. Now we did offer at some point, said we could, is it money? Their parent, also his parents
Okay,
were
true.
like, we could chip in. Do you know what they say to us? Whatever you could have given us for the wedding, you give it to us as a gift, and we can keep that towards starting our life together.
That is very
Instead of
true.
spending that money in doing a big wedding and you inviting people that we don't care about.
That is
You
true.
love them, Mom. I don't love them. You care about them, Mom. I don't care about
That is
them.
true. You
They're your
guys, yeah.
friends. They're you told me that.
No,
too,
it's
Free.
true.
And you
Our
said,
parents
Mommy,
gave monetary gift. They didn't give us like, physical wedding gifts. They gave us
Money.
monetary gifts.
But
and
you said
we
you're
didn't
gonna
put it
keep
towards
that
the
money.
wedding. So we
Yeah.
didn't add to our budget because our parents gave us what they wanted to give us. We said our budget's still our budget.
Yes.
We're
and
not
They
changing it
didn't
just
budge.
because.
Exactly.
And we kept that aside for our future, for starting our lives together, because we just felt like, okay, if we change venues and we do all this big stuff, but then what's the point?
See now, almost take home. Now, this is why I said every generation can learn from the other. It don't matter what age you are, you could learn. That is something I learned from them. I must say that. I was like, it takes a lot of wisdom for a 23-year-old girl and a 23-year-old boy to sit there and say, even though our parents are willing to give us money to add into whatever we have and make a big wedding and take all the limousine and go for honeymoon and stuff, we ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna, and the boys took to, he was like, this is my budget, I wanna marry your daughter, we're spending this is what we've decided, this is it.
Yeah.
So if it's gonna only take, and still, like you said, you spend 12,000,
Yeah.
that's good money, but still, we could have, you decided, now Mom, the money you're giving me, or no Dad, the money you're giving me, no, my mother, no, my
Yeah.
dad, no, whatever you're gonna give us, no, we're gonna keep it into our account.
Yeah.
And because we're having a baby, we're starting our life
Yeah.
together, we will use that money for that.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of wisdom to do that, because some girls and some boys, I know
could've
they'll
gone to
be all over
Hawaii,
their money and like,
could've gone to the
Hawaii for
Bahamas.
honeymoon. Let's take this wedding to Bahamas. Let's just take it a destination wedding, because that's what you wanted initially.
That is true.
But you came to your senses, and I thank God for that.
Also, cause timing. If
Yes.
we were later in life, like maybe even just our late 20s, later in life.
Yeah.
But then maybe, but situation, it wouldn't have worked.
So what would be the? I would really, because
My
this one I
takeaway,
think you win.
marriage.
This one you take it, because I spend so much money stupidly.
Takeaway is, you gotta stick to your plan, and you gotta do what's right for you, and just don't blow your money on a wedding. Like, it's just not okay. It's not worth it to me. I think it's not worth it in general. But if you have the means, then why not? But if you do not have the means, don't do it.
And even
Simple
if you
as
have the
that.
means, do it within, listen, don't just do it so that you can show off. Because I think a lot of people do
a
for show off.
Kardashian style wedding
Just
if you're
for
not a
show off.
Kardashian.
Thank you.
Because for them, that's pennies.
Right?
So
Right?
that's my...
So if you have
away.
it, flaunt it, but because you want to, because it means something to you.
Yes.
Not because you want your neighbor
Not for
to see
others what they think,
a
it's for
big
what you
wedding
think.
can do, or because you want your friend to see what expensive hair you could wear on
Yes.
that day. Do it for you because you want to do it and you can afford it. But if you can afford it, use some wisdom and just use whatever God has provided. What you have, the little money you have, budget on that and do wedding according to that budget. And don't wait. Some people wait forever to get married because they say we don't have money to get married. Who
don't
said
need
getting
money.
married costs money? I mean,
Have you heard of the dollar store?
I made that
Yeah.
mistake. I'm not talking here like a saint. I made the mistake. I misused our money in doing a
Mom, we
big
gotta go.
wedding, right? So
Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. I'm at Sanex Style.
Paris Budhia _ and please subscribe to my YouTube channel Paris Budhia
Yes.
and Hash YouTube channel. Support us free from our family to you us.
We're the Model Mothers, and we'll see you next episode. Bye.
I wanna